opportunity to do in the past. Let's take a look at the inquiry-based learning cycle. We start by asking questions, and as we've mentioned before in previous slides, it might start off with the teacher asking questions. So this requires us to be able to ask really strong questions. Once the question has been asked, then we start investigating. What do we need to know? What materials do we need to gather? Where do we need to start? Who would be a resource? And when we think about research, it's not just about going on Google and Googling it. It's a matter of what people resources can you use, what other documentaries, or depending on what the inquiry is, or what materials need to be gathered in order for students to be able to have that opportunity. So it's not that the teacher's asking the questions and the students have to go out and find all of these things. The teacher might be the one who's guiding it in terms of getting all those materials ready and having learning experiences for students to be able to do the inquiry. Then the students get to create. That's where they actually put those things together in terms of doing experiments. They have the resources around them. They've had some learning experiences on how to use them. So now let's look at it based on the questions that they put forward or the teacher has put forward for them, and they actually put it together. Then there's opportunities to discuss. This is where you have the opportunity for maybe two groups that have been working separately to come together and to share their ideas. Discuss can look in very different ways. It could be about sharing, it could be consolidating at the end of a lesson, and kind of like, okay, this is what we've done together, this is what the learning experience has been, what do we know, what do we understand at this point? So it's a way of kind of talking through what the learning has been. Then we get to the reflect. The reflect is also part of the consolidation as well, where you're thinking through, okay, what have I learned? What does this mean? Has my question been answered? Do I have other questions? And then that's where the cycle might continue, where it might actually, that learning experience might cause us to ask further questions. Know that this cycle could be within one lesson, or it could be over a series of lessons. So there is no one way or perfect way to do inquiry. And I think that's where sometimes teachers get stuck, is where they get stuck within a framework. So use the framework in the ways that are going to best help your students. The key pieces is asking questions and providing those learning experiences for your learners to be able to not necessarily come to an answer, but to explore that question using the information they have, their own knowledge, their own experiences, and the experiences that you will develop and create for them.